And 3, 2, 1, boom! We're back. That was fast. Look at you, Andrew, making this happen. And team. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Space 99 Yak. Trump ducked Rogan with a C and his coward comedian friends to stand up to Operation Warp Speed Trump, who gave Fauci a medal. Sad day, Space 99 Yak. Jesse Ventura in Obama new movie Predator, where Joe Biden seeks around smelling children, and Jesse Ventura goes woke and ain't got time to MAGA. Unvaccinated guy. Oh my God. So you can be burdened by burdened you in the past by voting for Kamala. Tony. Thank you, Tony. Unburdened. The difference is that Trump will live up to the promises on tips and Kamala won't. Polly, a part of me died yesterday. That's right, Bittersweet. You started that whole controversy about Ventura. Hidden guitars, you're going to broadcast. Oh, no, we're not going to. No taxes on tips, but forced jabs and great reset. SS, unvaccinated guy. What did the leper say to the harlot? Keep the tip. That's a nice way of putting it. You put harlot in there. Nice one, unvaccinated guy. January 31, 2012, Ron Paul authors tax-free tips. They stole it from him. Barb, good idea. Thank you, Barb. Jimmy, what do you think about Trump and MAGA going after Rogan for his RFK comments?
Stupid.
K-Cot was
it's stupid.
JD says dumb, stupid.
It's stupid. You're supposed to win over Joe Rogan. You're not supposed to alienate him. You're supposed to figure out a way to. I mean, it's the worst.
Smooches Noches, everyone. That's from Roddy. Thank you, Roddy. Harris will never eliminate taxes on tips, and I don't think Trump will either, but you've got a better chance with him. Sad. Thank you.
Well, it was his idea.
Dick66. And we're also, Barb was pointing out that it was Ron Paul's idea. Young Kerp has a suitor in Austin. My real name. Thank you, my real name. Now, I don't know why you say this. If I walk up to Kerp in the front of the mothership and say, "Hi, Mr. Mexican," I'm sure he'd punch me in the face. I'm sure he wouldn't. He's a lover.
No,
he's not.
Why would I do that?
I know, no kidding. He's a lover, not a fighter. You all know that. Space 99 Yak. Thank you so much.
No means no. I will say that.
You got to learn that
now. If you NBA legends watching, no means no.
Okay. Too late. Space 99 Yak, thank you. Unvaccinated guy says, Kurt, can you ask Henchcliffe if Stephanie, Jimmy, and you can all host a panel on Kill Tony? That would be rad. Look at you, unvaccinated guy.
I mean, yeah, I can ask him all kinds of stuff. I told me he'll do it.
Theater in a fire. I hope Tim Duncan stuffs Kurt's mouth until... Come on. Theater in fire. That took a turn. I didn't like it. I didn't like the turn it took. By the way. Okay, here we go. May I just say, at the risk of being politically incorrect, that was from Roddy.
Okay, ready?
Was that Alonzo that wrote that?
Okay, back to Jim Jam and Kurt.
Hey, guess what? The Secret Service that is assigned to Kamala Harris broke into a hair salon so they could use the bathroom for hours. For hours. Secret Service's unlawful entry. They taped cameras. What unfolded at a U.S. hair salon ahead of Kamala Harris's fundraiser. Is this guerrilla marketing for a new female-driven Secret Service comedy starring Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy?
It's got to be. I've seen the video. It's got to be for a clever marketing. I would watch this.
I would watch this. The U.S. Secret Service has issued an apology to a Massachusetts salon owner after agents unlawfully entered her establishment and used the facilities without permission in preparation for a fundraiser attended by Vice President Kamala Harris.
They break the windows to get in.
Well, if they entered legally, it wouldn't be the Secret Service, right? They'd be the blatantly obvious Bumble team. Oh, wait, right. They are. Anyway, so the incident occurred when Alicia Powers, the owner of the salon, discovered that Secret Service agents had not only accessed her property without consent, but had also covered her security cameras with duct tape.
Was this the IDF?
The agents reportedly picked the lock to enter the building and then permitted various individuals to use the salon's bathroom over a span. So here's the...
Hey, look at that. Women are funny.
So that's she's literally You want to see the video of her? Here, so they have on the video for some reason they blur out her face. So there she gets a chair.
She's done this before.
What kind of super spies would they be if they couldn't break into a hair salon? Well, they would still qualify to protect Donald Trump. I'll tell you that.
Wait, why is it blurred here but not up there? The last slide.
So I don't know because
did a woman also was in charge of the?
So blurring? There it is. So there she. But so somehow libs of TikTok, I think someone sent them an unblurred video. That's where I think I got that from.
Look at her face. Oh man, I'll watch this movie when it comes out. It looks funny.
Isn't
a
this
lot of wacky hijinks?
Isn't this where the porch pirate steals a box of filled with glitter that goes off in their face when they go run to the car? Isn't that what this? This is really amazing. That's really happening. So they do train them to do something.
Look at.
If only they could look at. She got the chair. If only they could scramble up a mildly sloped roof with that much gusto. Am I right? And no sexists. It's not because she suddenly got her pyramid. She probably just had to take a shit. That's what I think.
Women don't shit. They've got to not disclose that. You know, it's like a UFO.
So here's video of people coming in and out using the bathroom.
What? Why?
That's what this video is. So there's all kinds of different cops and stuff, and they're in there waiting to use the bathroom. This one, she walks over like, oh, let's see what's maybe I'll get my hair done.
Dude,
right?
How come female Ghostbusters wasn't as funny as this?
No kidding.
Where's Melissa McCarthy?
So Powers, who was aware that her salon needed to be closed for security reasons due to the high-profile event, was not informed about the additional actions taken by the Secret Service. It's a secret. They had a bunch of people in and out of here doing bomb sweeps, which I completely understand due to the nature of the situation. But my team felt it was chaotic, so we decided to close for Saturday. You know what you need? A mildly sloped roof. That'll keep the raccoons and the Secret Service out. That's what I say.
I think bomb sweeps are kind of shot. Wow. Hey, we're going to do some bomb sweeps in here if that's cool.
It's funny, nobody did bomb sweeps before when Kamala was still actually unpopular. Right? Don Corleone checks for bombs, not Tom Hanks. Okay. Footage from the salon's Ring security camera at the front door captured a Secret Service agent approaching the entrance with a roll of tape. By the way, great idea being caught on camera, putting tape over the cameras. I'll bet no men would have ever thought of that. Am I right? Such high tech. They put a roll of tape over the camera. They're regular James Bond shit over there. Am I right?
Well, why would I know you did it? Why would you even bother? Just break in.
Your face is going to be on the. I know. Just break in and do it. So there were several people in and out of for about an hour and a half using my bathroom, setting off alarms, and using my counter, all without permission. When they were done using the bathroom, they left the building unlocked.
Oh my God.
And did not remove the tape from my camera. Can you fucking Did she at least flush? I want hearings.
What caliber of slug was left in that throat?
This is real. Powers later learned from the EMS worker that the Secret Service agent in charge of security that day had instructed people to use her salon's bathroom. Despite the Secret Service initially stating that their agents would not have entered the building without permission, they acknowledged that the one agent had indeed taped over the security camera.
Of course they admitted that. You could see it.
The Secret Service gangbanged your bathroom. That's what happened.
Well, they came out a minute after we saw the footage.
After we saw the footage. Powers expressed her frustration at the lack of communication and respect shown by the agents. Whoever was visiting, whether it was a celebrity or not, I probably would have opened the door, made them coffee, and brought in donuts to make it a great afternoon. But they didn't even have the audacity to ask for permission. They just helped themselves. I don't think she's using audacity correctly.
Yeah, they commandeered your bathroom. I've done it many times.
Yeah.
This is an emergency, man. You step out of the way.
Well, I say this business owner is obviously a racist, sexist, and ableist.
Oh, yeah, that goes out saying.
But she's ableist for criticizing the idiocracy level ineptitude of the agent dragging a chair over to the camera and then putting tape over it. I think that's ableist. The building's landlord, Brian Smith, confirmed that no one had authorized the Secret Service officers to enter the premises. My dad and I own the building, and no one gave the Secret Service permission to use or enter it. After the incident was reported to the Secret Service, Powers received an apology from a representative of the agency's Boston field office.
This is like the thing with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy. Were they FBI in that? Melissa McCarthy's like, I got a shit. She's like, no, regulations say we can't. just get some tape.
I bet the Secret Service is really going to take it on the chin on Yelp. They're going to get reviewed worse than a Zionist-funded business right now. I'll tell you that. But basic question: couldn't she bring somebody to do her hair? Am I wrong?
That's why she taped up the camera, Jimmy.
Maybe that's it. Am I not supposed to make fun of her?
This humidity is ruining my hair. Tape the camera.
I think that's what was happening. Okay, over to stuff.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Patty, Jimmy, please also interview Jennifer Bilek. Follow the money around trans and gender ideology. It's from the elites. That's from Patty. Hey, Jimmy, not provided. Thank you, not provided. Eric, real men have bonus holes and make the best male athletes. Look how much they win. Thank you for the bonus hole reference. Much appreciated. Kurt gave MIT Candon his number. Playing hard to get. Tiller.
What?
I didn't get it. Your foreign policy is controlled by think tanks and the globalist bankers. Get that straight. Good for you, Extranda. Thank you, Extranda, for that.
Hey, think tank, more like stink tank. You guys can use that.
The Iron Dome is the air defense equivalent of wearing a surgical mask for COVID. Terry Barnes.
It is.
Terry, nice work there, Terry. You made us giggle.
It was like masking.
Taxes are gay, says what I miss a lot. Mike the Wop, clank. Andrew, thank you. Charles, you should look up what happened to Kyrie Irving during the vax mandates. Charles, thank you for the recommendation and reminder.
He forgot what shape the earth was, if I remember.
Gabor Mate talks about Lou Gehrig in his book on the stress disease connection. Childhood trauma causes ALS and most other illnesses. SS.
What?
Well, he was also a goody two shoes. Like he would.
I think that was his gripe with Babe Ruth too. That.
What?
Let me look that up. Somebody said that earlier. They had, you were talking about rivalries. They were talking about Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth. All right. Are you still me? All right. Still me. Okay. Here we go. Wow. We got through those. I should have had you put a crawl. Did you do a crawl? How about you do a crawl right now? How about you do a crawl? Should you? Let's look. Is it happening? Crawling. Look at you. Israel and the deep state are one and the same. NG Hermit. They all whisper Hail Hydra in each other's ears in D.C. Tiller again. Look at you, Tiller. What are you doing for mind control to work? You need to be vulnerable to it. And to be vulnerable to it, you need to have been separated from your true self by your parents. Hannah, sir. Oh. Scapatsy, good to see unvaccinated guy behaving. LOL. I was just joking. I'm sure Kerp is a nice guy. My real name. Thank you, my real name. What happened to Fancy Fridays? Fancy Vagina Fridays. We just didn't show up on Friday.
We can't afford it. It's called inflation.
We can't afford it. It's called inflation. Thank you. We took Friday off. We took a little mini break, which turns out that Jimmy was still working every day. That's how it works. He works. All right. Hey, are you coming to see our show at the Ramova in Chicago this Friday? If you can't make it, believe it or not, we're going to live stream it, bitches. All right, back to Jimmy.
Wondering what's going on with Ukraine right now? Follow along with me for a minute. Karl Marx created the foundation of what is happening in Ukraine today. His real name was Karl Heinrich Mordecai Marx. The father of Karl Marx was Herschel Mordecai, who was the son of Rabbi Mordecai Marx Levi, who was the son of Samuel ben Mordecai Ha Levi, who was the son of Laius ben Mordecai, who in the 1400s, Laius Mordecai changed his name from Mordecai to Schwab. So the Schwab bloodline today is the bloodline of Karl Marx. But wait, there's more. Laius ben Mordecai Schwab was the son of Samuel Leopold Schwab II, who had changed his name from Guntberger to Schwab in the 1500s. And he was the son of Samuel Guntberger, who had changed his name from Bauer to Guntberger. And the Bauer bloodline was originally named the Bacharachs during the time of Christ. The Bacharachs in 1501 changed their name to Bauer, and then 76 years later, in 1577, they changed their name to Rothschild. So they're all related. Guys, have to go check out this video of Bishop Larry Gators talking about Russia, Ukraine, the CIA, and the Rothschild conspiracy to take out Vladimir Putin. It is absolutely just...
If I were Rabbi Shmuley and diddle-diddle-diddle-digga-digga-diddle-diddle-dum, all day long I'd diddle little bums. If I were a Shmuley man, I'd peddle all my dildos, dreidel dildos, selling dildos with my daughter and her mum. If I were a Jewish Shmuley man, I'd be digging with a dildo in my bum. I'd wear a grotesque nose and go grab some goyim right on the nipple with a pinch. A Shabbos lap dance brace for the youngest mensch.
At this time, more than any other time, you know, revolution is necessary. It is necessary. not only based on what has happened with the MOVE organization, you know, the babies that have been murdered, you know, MOVE adults that have been murdered, bombs being dropped on us, but past that to what is happening with all black people, so-called minority people, you know, money poor people. You know, this government, as has been said earlier, has waged war on us. But you know, something about us, particularly here in America, we don't really understand that. You know, we don't really know what war is. You know, for black people, for poor people, that people see as good, that they wasn't forced to do, that they didn't do to try to keep black people appeased, you know, and calm down so that black people wouldn't riot. A prison situation is a crystallized example of that. You can make phone calls in prison. They have movies in prison. But they don't have those things because they just want to be nice to prisoners. They have those things because they know damn well if they don't have, you know, people being able to contact their family, if they don't have, you know, facilities for people to sit there and watch movies, people are going to be frustrated, upset, and they're going to direct that frustration at them prison administrators. And they're going to have riots on their hands. You know, they're going to have people in them prisons turning them prisons out. That's why they have movies. That's why they have access to phones the way they do. And a stop to it when we don't like it, or encouraging it when it's something that's in our interest. You know, we have to call the shots. The people have to take the reins of this system and start dictating, you know, what we need, what needs to be done. And, you know, taking the initiative to do it ourselves. We can't rely on this system. I mean, you know, don't people see what's happening? Every single confrontation that MOVE people have been involved in, every single issue, you know, oppression, economic issues, every single issue facing our people, you know, is something that can be dealt with very, very simply. All people got to do is make their wishes known. All people have to do is stand up and say, listen, we're not accepting that. Unity is the key. Unity is the key to revolution. Revolution ain't nothing to be afraid of. It ain't nothing to shy away from. Revolution, contrary to what officials, you know, this system and those backing the officials running this system, you know, want people to believe that revolution means violence, you know, means blood in the street. I'm saying it can get to that point, but it don't have to be violent. You know, when people come together and take a strong stand on an issue, this government don't have no choice but to listen. Where you think they get their authority from? They don't have no power, but they do have authority to do certain things. Where you think they get it from? They get it from us, from the people. You know, they get it from us accepting the things that they do to be done to stop it. Then you have some people who want to then turn around and say, yeah, well, you know, it's the best we have, and want to make excuses. The time for excuses is over. It's over. You know, every man, woman, and child has to be involved in this revolution. Not only has to be, but is, whether you want to be or not. I mean, our babies gave their lives for this revolution on May 13th. You know, men, women, and children were murdered. And not just MOVE babies, you know. What about all of the young men, women, you know, children 8, 9 years old shot down on the street by cops, you know, by drug pushers? I mean, you know, where do you think that mentality comes from? It comes from this system, from the mentality of this system of getting over, you know, making a quick buck, you know. I'm saying that's where that needs to be done to stop it. Then, you know, what I want people to really, really understand is that it's past time. It is past time for poor people, black people, you know, to realize that this system has failed you. It has failed you. You can't get nothing from it. And what people got to do is withdraw our support from it and start doing for ourselves. That's what we got to do. You know, how long are people going to sit back and beg, you know, this government to do what's right when for hundreds of years all you've gotten is a slap in the face? All you've gotten is this government kicking your ass. That's all. That's all black people have ever gotten from this government.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit